Alaska. It's Heartbeat Alaska. You can hear it from Sitka to Barrow. Gather around for Jeannie's show. It's the Aleut, the Indian, and the Eskimo. It's the Aleut, the Indian, and the Eskimo.
Hello and welcome to Heartbeat Alaska Native News and Information. I'm Jeannie Green. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, this past weekend was a wonderful one. It was the weekend of the Alaska Federation of Natives annual convention, a time where we meet and fellowship with good friends and neighbors and see people that we haven't seen since last year's convention. It's a great show. We'll show you a few of the highlights. You get to meet my brother Kenny Blatchford as he introduces you to some of the artisans from the Arts and Crafts Fair down below the meeting headquarters. It's a great show. It's packed with all kinds of fun. I'll be back with more Heartbeat Alaska right after this.
Hi, I'm Libby Riddles, and I watch Heartbeat Alaska.
You heard it here, right here, Libby Riddles. Yes!
Heartbeat Alaska is brought to you in part by Coastal Villages Region Fund. Thank you, CVRF, for your support of Heartbeat Alaska. And
by the Nature Conservancy of Alaska, working with Alaska's rural communities to conserve and protect our natural heritage.
Hi, I'm Mark from Scan Home, and we are proud to sponsor Heartbeat Alaska.
Scan Home, serving all of Alaska's home and office furnishing needs. Thank you, Scan Home, for making Heartbeat Alaska possible.
Heartbeat Alaska is brought to you in part by Brown's Electric Lighting Gallery. Thank you, Brown's Electric, for your generous support of Heartbeat Alaska.
At this year's convention, the cry heard across the floor was, "Let's get out and vote." A very, very important cry for Native people especially. The annual Alaska Federation of Natives Convention is the one time of the year when delegates from all over the state come together to discuss Native issues. The idea is for Alaska Natives to be able to speak with many voices, loud and clear. This is especially important this year with an election coming up in just a few days after the convention.
And I want you to know how much you do matter. You know how much of an impact you can make. You know that this is a critical time in Alaska's history. You know how much power you have. You know what we can accomplish working together. I'm here today to tell you that we are, as Alaskans, are at a critical time in our history. This year's election will determine a great deal about our future. As we cast our ballots for those who will lead us into the future, we'll be making decisions that will have far-reaching impacts.
The candidates for governor come to debate in front of a house packed with Native leaders. There are many tough issues facing Alaska right now. Decisions made in the next few years will determine what direction the state will go for decades to come. While one person's vote may not seem big, together, the Native vote could easily decide this election as it has done in the past. That's why the candidates are here. While hard decisions and tough issues are being discussed upstairs in the main hall, anyone who has been to AFN will tell you that downstairs is where some of the toughest issues really are discussed.
I think that maybe some of the discussions that go downstairs should happen upstairs.
Somehow, downstairs, Natives can talk about issues freely while shopping. My brother Kenny Blatchford took a walk downstairs to check out the craft fair and took the Heartbeat Alaska camera with him.
Hey, my name is Ken Blatchford. I'm with Heartbeat Alaska. We're at the 2002 AFN convention, and we're about ready to go in and look at the crafts fair. Hello, what's your name?
John Waghiyi from Sabunga. My wife Arlene.
And you're the artist that did this work?
One of many. One of many.
Did you do these?
My wife Arlene did.
What are these?
Those are walrus stomach and polar bear and seal products. They're we call them berry buckets.
Awesome.
Jeannie Green Productions, Alaska's premier commercial, documentary, and event production team. Whenever and wherever you need video production, our experienced, dedicated professionals give your project the extra edge you're looking for. Alaska Native owned and operated. Jeannie Green Productions, your complete video production service.
What's your name?
John Oscar.
John Oscar. Are you an artist, obviously?
Yeah, so I've been doing this for like about 25, 26 years almost, somewhere there.
Wonderful. Could you tell us a little bit about your work?
Yeah, I discovered this art format a couple of years ago where it uses three-dimensional format on flat watercolor paintings. And I'm the only one in the state of Alaska that does this.
So you have an exclusive?
I have an exclusive. Why? This is doing good.
It's actually very beautiful work. We can get a shot. If you stand over here, we'll get a shot with you and your beautiful work. Speaking with
John Boone. I do marine mammal products on sea otter furs and seal skins, and I do harvest all of these out of Prince William Sound, and I do all of the sewing myself. It's all hand sewn, and I teach classes in it too for the Prince William Sound Community College. It takes about a day to hunt the animals, and then you skin them, salt them, and then you take them to the tannery, which could be anywhere from 1 month to 6 months on tanning process, or waiting for your pelts to get back. Then you get to start on the fur work once you get the furs back. And then once you get the fur back, it's about 3 hours you can put a hat together like this.
Hey, I'm here with Perry Eaton, Human Resource Director for Alyeska Pipeline Services. Would you like to give just a brief overview of what you do?
Sure. We actually have a commitment and a contractual relationship with the Secretary of Interior to ensure that at least 20% of our workforce is Alaska Native. And that's not only 20% sort of across the board, but it's vertically integrated up and down the line of varying duties and responsibilities within the company. And we've sort of benchmarked some goals between now and 2004 to get there. And we're at about 18-19% now, and way ahead of schedule. And we've got some exciting young people from the Native community working for us. And
hi, I'm Gary Wade. Okunek is my Tlingit name, and I'm from Juneau, Alaska. I sell shell buttons. My business is called Regalia Buttons, and I sell the buttons to put on your button blankets, tunics, or vests, or whatever the artist decides they want to use shell buttons for. They're pretty, they're shiny. Put a shiny object down in front of a Tlingit hider or a Simsian, and they can't help themselves.
My name is Tony Henry from Quyana, Alaska. I have here an Inupiaq harpoon. It's traditionally made. This is what we used to use long before steel. We have an ivory tip here with bearded sealskin rope. Many years ago, we also used hard rock for the tip, or baleen, and this has ivory on it. I think if our native people would focus on their cultural history and sort of repeat it in their lives by making some of the things that we used in the past, I think that would really help them in their lives, because they can understand who they are, they can understand where they come from.
Heartbeat Alaska will be back right after this.
For Alaska's future, transportation is the key issue. You know, we haven't built a new highway since 1972. I want to build some new roads. I want to build the Connect Crossing, the Ketchikan Bridge. You have your ports, your harbors that must be improved. You have your highway system must be started and finished. This is an investment that will return just untold billions of dollars. It's needed. This state has not had the opportunity to build the transportation system as necessary, and this is the time to do it.
Don Young, standing up for Alaska.
Nobody offers Alaskans more health plan choices than we do. Maybe that's because we've covered more Alaskans than any other health plan. Primera Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alaska. We're here. We're with you.
Hi, I'm Lisa Zam with Alaska Family Hospice, your home in the city. We would like to invite you to stay with Alaska Family, located right next to the Alaska Native Medical Center. We will have a new addition for our special prenatal guests, a beautiful prenatal home. Call to make your reservations. This fall and winter, every guest is entered in a very special drawing every week for gift certificates, and in December, a grand drawing. So the next time you're coming to Anchorage, stay with Alaska Family, your home in the city.
Approximately 1 in 7 women will get breast cancer during their lifetime.
Nobody doesn't know and love somebody who has breast cancer.
When Frank Murkowski found that insurance companies didn't cover reconstructive surgery for breast cancer survivors, he hit the roof.
I think people need to know that he worked long and hard on this, and he didn't give up. He's changed a lot of people's lives, a lot of women's lives, and the men who love them.
Frank Murkowski, leadership, experience, and vision that we need right now.
Okay, everybody, let's get your mucklucks on, get your most beautiful regalia, your seal parkas, whatever. We're going to go dancing. The Your Tech Dance Group, and forgive my pronunciation, came from Bethel and was a favorite at this year's Quyana, Alaska. This particular song is about young love and that magical moment, the kiss. Eurotech kept the laughs coming with their next song, even though they had some trouble getting started.
I'm still in that other song. Boy, my mind is blank. Okay. I got it.
Your leader, Joe Iagrak, loves to make people laugh. For him, laughter is wellness.
And that's the purpose of dancing, is to bring laughter to people, to our audience, to bring joy to their lives. As the Word of God tells us, the joy, the Lord is my strength. And if God wasn't joyful, he would not have put that in his word. See, God is not serious. I mean, he's serious, but then he also has joy. So the joy of the Lord is my strength.
Things at Quyana really got lively when one of the members of the dance group, Alyeska, pulled up the hood of her kussbuck and put a little extra spice in the dances. One of the great joys of the Alaska Federation of Natives Convention is to get a glimpse of other Native cultures from around the world. The Chukotka dance group from Russia shared many of the elements of Alaska Native dance and drumming, yet there was no mistaking this group was from across the water. In one of the most breathtaking moments of the evening, the audience hushed as Veronica walked to the middle of the stage alone.
Veronica is now going to sing an event song about the sunrise.
Johnson, and I'm from Anchorage, Alaska, and I wanted to say hi to all my good family in Nome. And don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
I want to make sure that the natural resource development that happens in the state of Alaska benefits you. Alaska's workers, Alaska's businesses, Alaska's communities.
I'm a 20-year member of the Operating Engineers, and I'm supporting Fran Almer for governor because she supports the working men and women of this state. She's tough.
Yeah, she's tough. She's tough enough.
We need Fran's leadership, and we need it right now.
As governor, I'll make development work for Alaskans.
In July 2000, extreme environmental groups accused Alaska's fishermen of endangering stellar sea lions. Fishermen smelled something rotten and asked Ted Stevens for help. Ted exposed the threat as bad science, forcing Clinton to keep the fisheries open, while scientific experts netted the facts.
Ted Stevens has been a godsend to thousands of Alaskans who depend on fishing.
Senator Ted Stevens, working to protect Alaska every day.
I
I'm an actor. I'm a woman, I'm Native, and I vote. And I don't leave it to others to tell me what matters. To me, every issue is a woman's issue. Every issue is a Native issue. Whatever your issue is, be heard. No boxes, no masks. I am Alaska. You are Alaska. Vote.
Gather your strength.
Gather your strength.
Gather together.
Gather up families,
Elders,
kids,
villages.
It is time to come forward to plant new hope,
To see the beauty within our people.
to reawaken the spirit.
it is a movement.
It starts inside you and grows into healthy Native villages.
Join the reawakening.
Visit nativefederation.org and let the conversation begin.
One of the most wonderful things about AFN, everyone agrees, is meeting each other. And I sure had fun meeting good friends and people I'd never known before coming up to me and saying hello, Jeannie, and making comments about our programming. A lot of the comments were from people that really loved the show. And I thank you so much for giving us that great feedback. After all, we make the show for you. Until next week, for all of us here, God bless you. We'll see you next week.